Recently, I went on my second car camping trip, and I was really excited about going up to the top of Chilhowie Mountain and camping out for 2 nights this time. However, things did not really go according to plan. And due to some technical difficulties along the way, I had to pack up and come home early. Now this video is going to be really long, and so I wanted to put this little caveat here at the beginning to tell you a couple of things as you get into the camping video. First of all, because this is so long, I know YouTube is going to put a lot of ad spots in it, and I'm going to go in after I upload it and I'm going to delete some of those so that all of the ad spots, probably no more than 2, will come toward the end of the video, and that way you'll get some uninterrupted viewing time, hopefully, fingers crossed. The second thing is you'll figure out in the video why I had to come home early, and if you'll stick around to the very end, I'll come back online and I will tell you sort of where we are after that camping trip ended. So let's get started. I am camping here at Chilhowie State Park, or Chilhowie Forest something, I don't know. I always call it State Park. I don't think that's what it is. I am not too far from McCamey Lake and Benton Falls. So I'm hoping to go to Benton Falls in the morning and just hang around. I did figure out how to put the awning up the correct way. So that's a plus. And I'm trying out this ICECO refrigerator freezer back here behind me. A couple of things. This video is in partnership with them. There is a link down below where if you wanted to buy a refrigerator, you could get a discount. A portion of that sale comes back to the channel. And as we've said before, all of the affiliate links go to provide funds for the small content creator grant. We just announced 2 winners and they've been contacted. Their stuff has been ordered. We'll be following up with them soon.
So whatever money is generated through the year, next June when that comes up again, we will offer however many grants there are available through the money that's been raised through affiliate links. But ICECO reached out to me about this refrigerator, and I told them, I said, look, I really appreciate that, but I'd already bought a refrigerator, and what I really need is a battery. I was looking at probably a Jackery 1000, which is probably overkill, but everything that I buy is overkill. And they said, well, we would be interested in sending you a refrigerator along with a battery and a solar panel that sells as a group. And so this is the 40 quart portable. It has wheels. And I asked for the refrigerator with the freezer component. I could have gotten just the refrigerator, but I wanted the freezer component. If I'm going to try it out, I want to try it out. The nice thing about the freezer component is that you can take it out and just use the refrigerator, so you don't have to do that. I set it up at home for a couple of days. The very first day I set it up at 8:30 in the morning outside on the back deck, and I just had the battery connected, and by 8:30 that night, I still had about 21% of battery left. So I know that if my battery is fully charged when it's time to go to bed tonight, then I will make it through the night and I'll have a charge in the morning. The question will be then, can the solar panel recharge it tomorrow without having to have me put it back in the car and charge it up? The battery is only a 250 watt battery, and that's not very big. And so I'm struck with the idea of going with a bigger battery or going with a second 250 watt battery so that I can charge one while I'm using one, swap them out, charge another one while I'm using one. I don't really know how well that would work, so I'm still thinking about maybe getting a bigger battery. ICECO does sell those. I don't know if it will be that or not. So the purpose of why I'm here for 2 nights is to see how this refrigerator works tonight, through all day tomorrow, and the next night, because I need it to work at least 2 nights. I don't know that I would, well, there is a time coming up in October when I would need it to work more than 2, but when I'm just out on my own like this, overnight is really all I need. There would be very few places I would go that I would be there more than 1 night. So this is kind of an interesting deal for me. But we're going to kind of get settled in. I'm going to take a walk around and see how close I am to everything, and we'll be back. Well, I took a quick walk down to the beach on McCamey Lake. It's about 2/10 of a mile from my camping spot to here. There is a trail that goes all the way around this lake, and if you follow this trail over here to my right, this direction, that's where the campground is, and it turns left at a bridge and then goes around to the other side of the lake. So I think that I will come down here in the morning to have coffee, maybe for sunrise, but then once I go back and get my camera equipment, I'll take the trail on the other side of the lake down to Benton Falls. I did come up here to take some pictures and try to get my mojo back on my photography channel. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, it is, it's almost 5 o'clock, and I'm thinking maybe around 6:30 or 7 might be time to fix a little dinner and then just sit back and relax and enjoy the evening. Now, one of the things that I have done differently on this trip is that I have brought a third Sidio crate. So, let me kind of show you my setup here. This is the new crate, and it is specifically for the items that I cook with. And the reason that I did that was because there are times when I might be camping overnight in a Cracker Barrel parking lot or in a Pilot parking lot, and I don't need to cook. If it's just, in and out, get back on the road, go drive. So I've put everything in here that I need to cook so that I can just leave this box at home when I need to. And so in it, I have the jet boil, and I will need this pan. Now it does have just a little bit of grease left on it, so it's now in the bottom of this thing, and I probably need to put a towel down in there to hold it. And gas to cook with. And I'm pretty sure I don't need this for dinner. And that's all that I will need to cook dinner. And then this box still contains the, if I can get it open, still contains the first aid kit. It's got my toothbrush. It's got a dry towel so that I could go wash off if I want to. I've got my toothpaste, some wet ones, my deodorant. Just up the way up here is the bathrooms, and there is a separate men's and women's bathroom, and they're both handicap accessible, and they both have showers. I did not come to take a shower, but I could if I wanted to do that. And then I've got a few dry goods here to eat if I want to that are stuffed in here. That would probably always be in here no matter where I'm going. And then the other one still has, paper towels are in here as well. The other one still has plates, silverware, all that stuff that I might need even if I'm not cooking. And I brought some cracklings to snack on. And then it also has my rain jacket and water in case I run out of my bottled water. And that's pretty much it. We're going to wait around until it's time to cook dinner. Well, my battery is still at 100%. I have had to move the refrigerator a couple of times to get the solar panel in better light, and I'm just about to lose the last light here. There is a camping spot across the way. That's the one that I wanted to reserve because there's no trees. I had direct sunlight no matter what direction I went. This one got a lot of shade, but you know, it is what it is, and here we are. So I want to show you just briefly what I have in here. Now this is built so that I can open it this direction if this is facing the back of my car, or I can open it this direction. And I'm going to take it all the way off for just a little bit, not for long. I'm keeping 2 bottles of water in here, so I've already drank one. I'm putting a new one in here, and that one's pretty cold. It has a freezer on this end, and this little panel right here can come out and make this one long refrigerator if that's what I need. I have packed a few things in here for cooking, and tonight I am going to have a ribeye. So I'm going to go over and get that started now. I love this jet boil stove. It heats up so fast. Ordinarily, I would let that steak sit out and warm up a little bit, but I don't want the bugs to get on it any more than they have to. All right, so it is almost 6:30. My battery still is at 100%, so I know that I could get through at least till 6:30 in the morning, maybe 7:30 in the morning. I am going to turn the car on in a little while just to let the air conditioner run. And when I do, I may, if the battery started to go down already, I may top it up to make sure I get through the night. But the biggest thing right now is to eat this steak. One of the things that I realized when I got here is that I don't have a cell signal here. My daughter knows how to get in touch with me in case there's an emergency, but it means I won't be going through my phone tonight. I won't be online with my laptop. I will just be enjoying the peace and quiet. And I think I'm okay with that. It is about a quarter of a mile to the start of the trail to Benton Falls, which I'll go to in the morning. And then that direction, back behind the camera, almost a half a mile, is the Gazebo Overlook. If you saw the video on my Life in Motion Diaries channel of the 4 overlooks on Chilhowie Mountain, that's where I'm at. I'm on Chilhowie Mountain at the campground. And the Gazebo Overlook is a half a mile walk, mostly uphill, both ways, of course. And I can get a cell signal over there. So I will be walking over there a couple of times while I'm up here just to make sure that I can stay in touch with not only the news, but my family and see what's going on in the world. So right now, I'm just going to enjoy this steak and enjoy the night. And we will see you later when it's about time to go to bed. I think that will be a good time to catch up. So I just wanted to jump in here and give a quick update on the refrigerator, since that's really why I'm here. It is about 7:15 and sunset will be in, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so. If I can turn this around, you might be able to see up there in the sky. I don't know if you can see it on this video or not, but the sun is just like right there, getting ready to set. And this battery, see if I can come down here close enough, this battery is still at 100% because this solar panel that I've got facing toward the sun, even though that tree's in the way, it is soaking up every bit of sunlight it can possibly grab. I'm really impressed with the solar panel. If I can stay at 100% for another 30 minutes or so, even 20 minutes or so, I won't have to do a charge in the car because it should last all night and even into the morning. It just went to 99%. So the solar panel has stopped collecting sunlight at this point. And I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to try to charge it back up. I'm going to let it go because I know in 12 hours, which is 7:15 in the morning, which is time for the sun to come up. Even at home when I was trying it out, I would put it outside at 7 or 7:15 before the sun would ever directly hit the solar panel, and it was still finding the light and getting it into the battery. So I'm going to let it kind of go and see what happens overnight, and yeah, we'll be back in a little while when I go to bed. All right, well, it is time to go to bed. A couple of things different this time than when I went to camp last time. There's a nice little breeze blowing, so that's good. And I can actually hear crickets, so that's good. I did turn the car on for about 15 minutes just to let the air conditioner run for a little bit. And we'll see how the refrigerator does all night. But I'm going to bed, and we will see you in the morning. I am on my way down to Benton Falls. I have my Canon R6 Mark II and my new ultra-wide 10-20, and that's it. And I have a tripod and some water. I have not been out taking pictures in a while, and I really just feel like I've kind of lost my mojo. I'm retired. I should have plenty of time. And I do. I have plenty of time. But my brain has been wrapped around my other two YouTube channels and finding the time to go out early in the morning, drive, get the pictures I want. Just not working for me right now. So I'm hoping that today, because I'm camping up here at Chilhowie, and I don't have any excuses not to take this walk to Benton Falls, I'm hoping today that I can just have a little fun again with my camera. Now the 10-20 doesn't take any filters, so I can't use a circular polarizer on the water. I can't use a 3-stop to slow the shutter speed down, so I have no idea what I'm going to get here. But we shall see. I do apologize that I have my camera pointed directly at the sunrise, making it hard to see me. But it's easier for me to control this Ulanzi MT79 holding my Pocket 3 with my right hand than it is my left hand. I'm not going to take a lot of B-roll here. This is not a Thomas Heaton movie. Just wanted to let you know kind of where I am and why I'm here, what I hope to do. I didn't charge the Pocket 3 up last night, so I'm below 50% on the device. But I do have the extra battery, so and it's charged up to 100%. So I got plenty of battery, but I've started about an hour late because of filming other things for the camping video and the Life in Motion Diaries video at sunrise. And again, I'm not really here to do a poster child type picture. I'm really just sort of coming down here I guess just to go through the motions and see if I can get some of this mojo back to actually want to go out and take pictures again. We'll see. Well, I have made it to the top of Benton Falls, and I can just barely hear the water running, which means it's probably not going to be a whole lot down there, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to take any pictures, but I'm just here to play. The other thing that I thought about while I was walking down here is that I have an Arca-Swiss plate on the bottom of my Canon R6 Mark II because I was using it with a ball head to do a live stream recently. It's the last time I've had it on. And I don't remember if Arca-Swiss plates fit the clamp on the Peak Design tripod or not. I may get down there and find out I don't have a picture anyway. So let's head down. I need some water. For those that have been to Benton Falls before, I think you can see just how disappointing this is from a photography perspective. Now, even though there's really not a whole lot to take a picture of here, I do love to come to Benton Falls. Been coming here, I think I've said it before, since 1976 when I was a freshman at Lee, way back when it was Lee College. Way back. Let's get this a little bit. Okay. So, I don't know. I'm going to see if my camera will fit on the tripod I brought, and if it does, I'll snap a few pictures. And if it doesn't, except for the mosquitoes and being the first to walk through the spider's webs on the trail, it's been a nice walk. Now, I just came down here with my sling bag, my 9-liter sling bag. This is the Provoke, I think they call it. I'm not even sure that they make this particular model anymore. But, you know, it only has my camera and my tripod. Basically, that's all that's in it. But what makes it heavy is this bottle of water. So on the way back, it won't be nearly as heavy. I know that my L bracket does not fit on here. And I think because of these screws here at the bottom, which are hex nuts and they're smaller than I typically have, I'm not sure if that will fit on here or not. We shall see. No, those little nuts right there will not let it fit on. It holds the base up too high. It would fit on a ball head just fine. All right, it's been a busy morning already. Let me adjust all this stuff so I can carry it a little better. I have been over to the lake this morning and filmed my Life in Motion diary video of making coffee at sunrise. This time I did not destroy the fire maple pot, so that was good. I'll pull this back away from me just a little bit. When I got done with that, I came back to the car, changed shoes, and hiked down to Benton Falls to do some photography. That's about, from my campsite, it's probably 1.5 miles. And it was a total waste of time because there's no water. Hasn't rained up here forever. I knew I was going to run into that because the trail was just dust, which I've rarely ever seen. And so I came back to the campsite, rearranged my refrigerator toward the front of the car because that's where the sunlight's coming over for the solar panel. It's still holding at about 25% after not getting any sunlight this morning. So the battery's still doing really good. The question I have, of course, is the solar panel going to recharge it to 100? That's the big question now. So I am on my way to the Gazebo Overlook. Oh God, let me come over here where you can see me. I'm on my way to the Gazebo Overlook because where I'm at, there is no cell signal. I think I mentioned that already. And so it's a 1/2 mile walk to the gazebo where I will be able to catch up with my family, make sure there's no emergencies, watch a little news, see how the world's reacting to our vice presidential candidate announcement. and send off some files that I can't send from the campsite. And then I will go back down and have some breakfast, or probably brunch, because it'll be 11 o'clock by then. Did I mention this half-a-mile hike is almost all uphill? Okay, we'll see in a little bit. So this makes about 4.5 miles I've walked so far, and it's not lunch yet. But, my gosh, it is worth it. If you have not checked out the Life in Motion Diaries channel where I went over the 4 overlooks of Chilhowie Mountain, I'm not going to put a link here, but you can, let me go back over here. I'm not going to put a link here, but you can go over there to that channel. It's just, a couple of weeks back. This is the Gazebo Overlook, and it's not my favorite view, but it's my favorite stop because of the gazebo. So I'm just going to sit here for a few minutes, and I've got like 2 bars of cell signal on my phone, sometimes 1 bar. I'm going to catch up on the news. I'm going to catch up on comments on my videos and make sure everybody is okay at home. And then I'm going to go back into the deep, dark dungeons of campground with no signal. All right, so it's about 11:30 in the morning, and I have been all over the place. I set the refrigerator at the front of the car about 10 o'clock with the solar panel facing the sun, and it has, even that spot now, has pretty good sunlight. So why is this in the car? Well, because the solar panel did not charge the battery. When I got back, the battery was down to 2%, and the refrigerator had turned off. So the freezer was up to about 60 degrees. The refrigerator was up to about 50 degrees. I didn't have anything in the freezer anyway, so that wasn't a big deal. Now that I've got it plugged in, I have the battery plugged into my car battery. I've got the car running because these cigarette lighters don't work on my car unless the engine's running. And it has gone in the last 10 minutes or so from 2% to 3%. So once I get a little bit of charge on here, I'm going to plug the refrigerator back into the car, and I'm going to plug the battery back into the solar panel to see if it will actually charge up. One of the things here, let me flip these before they get too far gone. So one of the decisions that I made on this trip, because I wanted to specifically test out the battery and the solar panel. I knew the refrigerator's done a great job. It's beautiful. I love it. I have electricity at this spot, and I could have just as easily brought a 50-foot extension cord or 100-foot extension cord, plugged it all up, not worried about the battery, not worried about the other, and it would have been just fine. But the bottom line is the battery and the solar panel today was a fail. I'm going to see if I can boost it back up again, but if I can't get it enough to last through the night, then I will probably need to pack up and go home later today because I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news because I really love the refrigerator. I think the refrigerator is great. As I said before, I had serious questions about the battery, and it has failed me.
Well, you can see that I encountered a bit of a difficulty with my review of the ICECO refrigerator. Now, I want to make it very, very clear. I had no problems with the refrigerator. And the referral link that's in this video, if you're still interested, is only for discounts on refrigerators. No other products are discounted. I would also remind you that any purchases made through that affiliate link is going to go to the Aspiring Content Creators Grant, where we give out $500 grants, and that will start again next year. I don't keep any money from that. But the other thing is that after I got home, I reached out to ICECO, and they asked me a number of questions, and I think what we've determined is, first of all, there's nothing technically wrong with the refrigerator. It works like a charm. If you plug it into the battery, it works. If you plug it into the wall outlet, it works. Temperatures hold. There's an app. You can control everything on your phone. Works great, and I'm really, really happy to have it. The battery is small, and I'm still not sure about the battery. But when I got home and I plugged it into the wall outlet, it charges. And it charged, in about an hour, it was fully charged and I could start again. So we're pretty sure that the problem is that we had a defective solar panel. So ICECO has asked me to ship that solar panel back to them for them to look at it, in their labs. I've done that. And then they're going to ship me a new one. And when they do, we're going to try this again. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully going camping again soon.